Ed Sheeran was born in Hebden Bridge, near Halifax, West Yorkshire, but moved to Framlingham, Suffolk as a child. His father, John Sheeran, is an art curator and lecturer, and his mother, Imogen Locke, is a culture publicist turned jewelry designer. His parents run the independent art consultancy Sheeran Locke from 1990 to 2010. He was raised as a Roman Catholic, which encouraged him to join a local church from the age of 4. He learned guitar at a very young age and began writing songs during his time at Thomas Mills High School in Framlingham. His early childhood memories include listening to Van Morrison during his trip to London with his parents and going to Damien Rice's show in Ireland when he was 11. In addition to Rice, he has also cited the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Nis Lopi, and Eminem as his biggest musical influences.
In fact, there is a story that clearly shows why Eminem was one of his biggest musical inspirations. As a child, Sheeran had to deal with bullying due to his weirdness and health issues. He defines himself as a very weird child because he had a poor wine-stained birthmark on his face that got lacerated off when he was very young. But due to an accident one day, the doctors forgot to put the anesthetic on, which caused him a stutter. His problem followed with him for the most part of his childhood. Speech therapy and homeopathy didn't work, but rap music became an effective remedy. He discovered Eminem through his uncle Jim, and his dad bought him the Marshall Mathers LP when he was 9 years old. Eminem raps very fast and melodically, which helped him to get rid of his stutter.
Due to this experience, he now supports the American Institute of Stuttering Freeing Voices. Now, let's focus more on his music career. Firstly, Ed Sheeran began recording music in 2005 and released his first independent EP called the Orange Room EP when he was only 14 years old. Then he headed to London for the summer, thinking he could find gigs on the big city. Sheeran left his hometown with his guitar and backpack full of clothes. The singer said he didn't have a place to stay from 2008 until 2010, which clearly illustrates how unstable the music industry is. He didn't have a place to live, so he stayed at a friend's house. Before his friend helped him, he didn't even have a bed, so he had to sleep in the central line in outside Buckingham Place. That's why he is a clear example of the difficulty pursuing a music career nowadays. However, he took the best of this period of his life and met people who helped him with the process of his music career, such as a singer passenger and a rapper example. Once in London, he got busy recording and playing the local singer-songwriter circuit and quickly released 2 albums, a self-titled record in 2006 and one song in 2007. He also began opening for more established acts such as Nis Lopi, The Noises, and Jay-Z, and released another EP, You Need Me, in 2009. In April 2010, Sheeran bought a ticket to Los Angeles with no contacts. He played open music nights all over the city before he was spotted at the Foxhole by Jimmy Fox, who was so impressed that he offered Sheeran the use of his recording studio and the bed of his Hollywood home to the rest of his stay. Through 2010, Sheeran began to be seeing more people over the internet through YouTube, and his fan base grew.
A year later, the A-Team was released as a digital download in the UK. The release served as the lead single from Sheeran's debut studio album entitled Plus. The A-Team entered the UK single charts at number 3, selling over 58,000 copies in the first week. It was the best-selling debut single and the overall 8th best-selling single of 2011. He released another 3 singles that debuted at the top of the charts, such as You Need Me Man, I Don't Need You, Lego House, and Drunk. His debut studio album Plus was released on September 12, 2011, and it was an instant hit. The album sold more than 1 million copies in the UK in the first 6 months alone. Sheeran began co-writing songs with bigger artists such as One Direction and Taylor Swift, and supported Swift on her 2013 arena tour. On a roll, Sheeran's next success will come when his song I See Fire was featured in movie The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug. And in June 2014, his next album Multiply appeared, debuting at #1 in the US and the UK. The album was preceded by the lead single Sing, which also reached #1 in the UK. The album, released on June 20, 2014, received critical acclaim, and Sheeran performed at a series of festivals in 2014, such as Glastonbury Festival, Tea in the Park, and Southside Festival. At the moment, he is enrolled in a world tour, playing more than 180 shows all over the world. Lastly, he recently announced that he will star in a concert movie set to be filmed during Sheeran's 3-night stand at Wembley Stadium, where Sheeran will play to approximately 90,000 people each night.